What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we're back with some more content. What did you expect? We're back with some settlement survival. Last time we left off, we got attacked by a tiger, and it did destroy our apartment, so we're rebuilding that now. Just as I was kind of looking over things before we start our episode, does look like we're out of reed. These arrow towers, we can go ahead and pause before they start taking money. We'll go ahead and finish this tower just so we can have the area, our perimeter covered in case something like that happens again. But we definitely need to get this apartment built so that we can be ready for these immigrants to come in. And we should also start thinking about getting some more houses. We are low on timber, so we're gonna go ahead and set some harvesting for our wood. Again, just sticking with the patches. I'm not sure if that really affects the growth rate of the trees, but it seems to be working out okay, so we'll keep doing it. We won't fix what's not broken. But we do need more timber in order for this to be done. We also need to get more reed. Be nice if we could free up some labor somewhere, which we don't necessarily need all of these workers. I'll turn down my game volume a bit. That's a bit loud. So yeah, we'll take off those builders for now, and really we're just fast forwarding until the beast is back. The beast is back apparently. He is now taking out our town hall. We need that arrow tower to be finished. I thought the tiger was gone. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I thought he was gone. Apparently he's coming back with a vengeance. None of these arrow towers can reach him. We need this one to get finished. So this needs to be prioritized. We're gonna have to lose our town hall here. Not a big deal. I'm just really worried if he starts killing some of our citizens. Prescott, you dang tiger. This is getting ridiculous. Just costing us more resources. Not the poor guy carrying stone. Is he done? Can he be done? Can it be over? Can you just like go off the map now? Or are you gonna stick around? I mean, we need the town hall in order to get the immigrants. Alright, let's fast forward a bit. Let's keep an eye on him. If he starts coming back, realistically, I'm curious if it's because I reloaded the game while he was still here, because normally after that first attack he'll just leave. Pause this arrow tower, and the beast is gone. So I wonder if it's because we reloaded as he was walking off the map that caused him to come back and like reset the event. We lost somebody. One of our builders, Mariam, RIP. Don't have a place to bury her or him. I'm assuming Mariam is a woman's name. So we should probably start thinking about getting a cemetery. Will it fit here? 8x8. We'll do a 10x8. That's gonna use quite a bit of our stone. That's getting built. We're gonna need more timber, but we're still waiting for our laborers to catch up on work. Fuel, we still need 3 people. We got another tech point, so we're sitting on 6. Start using those once we get our next set of immigrants. Water's doing okay. It wouldn't be a bad idea to start getting a water mill soon, or a reservoir, I think it's called. How are we doing on medicinal powder? We have 60. Wouldn't be bad to get another person in there. 1 injury, 4 more births. We have 17 children now, so they're gonna start going to school here soon, which might mean we need a second school. Do we even have a school yet? I don't think we do. No, we do, right here. So now we just kind of gather our resources. Let's make sure that we still have reed getting gathered. Hugging along the coastline. It is about to be winter, so we don't want to send them too far. But we want to make sure we keep up our shoe production. Timber is very low. They harvested about 213 so far this year. But I think we're okay to 10 times speed it for a little bit and just kind of let things play out. Town Hall is about to be finished, which is great. Done with plenty of time left. Just kind of overwatch what's happening. Might not be a bad idea to get roads in the center of our town, just to help with travel speed, but I don't really want to waste our time with dirt roads. I kind of want to go straight to stone. And we just used a ton of stone for our buildings, so we need some time for that to replenish a bit. Citizens are cold, but we should have plenty of fuel. We're still making some. Since you can't make any shoes right now, or we actually don't have anybody in there is the problem. So it's not that we're lacking reed, because how much do we have? Raw materials, textile, we have 96. But we really need wood. Kinda what we're desperate for. Go ahead and get that queued up. We're not building anything, so our builders should help us out in that. We are maxed out on linen. Let's get this to 350, because I don't think it hurts to have excess linen. And then once we start training our reservists and stuff, getting I think spearmen are the first troops that we're gonna get, a formation of spearmen. And once we start spending money on that, we'll have to start thinking about trading. Iron is almost out, and we don't have a mine yet. With the next set of immigrants, I think that's going to be our next big raw material gathering production type deal. We're going to get a mine down, probably right here. Could even put it up here. But if we put it up here, the arrow towers won't protect it. We have 2 years until the first bandit camp. I don't know if we'll get a troop of spearmen yet by that time. Iron is definitely a problem though. I see some up here. We'll grab. That's stone. There's a bunch way down here. Let's keep gathering plants for now. Food's doing okay. Just kind of stocking up on reed. Timber's finally catching up a bit. Go ahead and gather all those plants. See what our colonists are up to. Gotta keep an eye on Hazel over here, because since she is working in a place with smoke or fumes, she can get like some lung disease. So we have to keep an eye on that, make sure she doesn't get sick and die. That would be awful. It would be horrible. We've only lost one person so far, and it's to a beast. That's not bad. We do have a new seed. Did we have peas already? We did, so that must have been oats. But it seems like we're doing okay. Could honestly maybe change the flax over. But we're doing okay on food. Water's going up. Need to keep making stone. Be nice to get another person or two on the quarry. How's our hunter's cabin doing? They're doing decent. I wouldn't mind taking people off of that soon. I don't think, if we look around the map, there's not any cubs. And there's just more efficient ways of getting food than the hunter's cabin. Especially now that we're getting linen. Gonna have to put somebody back in the tailor soon. Because clothes is under 100 now. Only about 2 months till our immigrants come in, and then we can really start getting started on different areas of production and manufacturing. We can start making new items. Definitely get the mine in. Make sure all of our current buildings have workers where needed, and then we'll start thinking about spending some of our technology points. See what we want to get next. Bandits are invading, so that's actually only about 1.5 years away. To be on the safe side, services, I want one more tower here. I need some overlap, because if for some reason we already had bad luck with the beast literally coming in the one area we didn't have a tower. We have towers all around here. Of course the beast comes like right here, out of reach. So in case that happens to where the bandits come from here and then for some reason hug the mountainside and go in between these two towers, I'm not willing to risk it. Granted, they should just come right down here because I believe they'll probably hit the quarry first and then the town hall, try and steal our money. So as long as we take them out by that point. But if we can stop them from destroying the quarry, that would be a big help. You've already maxed out on 350, so we can take you off and we'll go ahead and put you on close. Do a bit of micromanaging. This is done. We accidentally spent some money. We had 3,790. So we spent a month's salary on one of the towers, but that's fine. All the other towers are paused. Immigrants are about to come in, so let's go ahead and 5 times speed it. 11 people. No diseases, which is awesome. Instantly, do we even have it unlocked? Let's slow it down while we're looking at this. Mining, we need to get the mine. 80 timber, 60 wood. You're not gonna fit there. Wouldn't fit there either. You do fit here, but now that arrow tower's in the way. I don't really want to put our mine way out here separate from our quarry. Will you fit on any of this mountain? Over, up. No, this is like a really awkward spot. Just not enough. We could put it way over here, but that's far. So before I deconstruct anything, we are going to get material recycling. Raw materials of the demolished structures can be 100% recycled. We'll get that. And we'll go ahead and demolish this, even though we just built it, because we want to get the mine down. And then we'll move this tower a little more in this direction, just to protect our mine. Everything else should be okay. Let's go ahead and get more builders just for right now. We'll get one more gatherer. We'll put somebody here, because shoes are running low. Anything else we want to look at right now? Research would be okay. School expansion we're going to need soon, because our school can only fit 20 And if all these kids go to school at the same time, we're not going to have enough. So this will boost it up to 25 maximum for our schools. Research Institute, we don't need the research desperately. Sand mining, because also we want to get the reservoir. We need sand and clay. Want to think about that soon. Cut stone would be nice. Do need to start thinking about the barracks. Apiary for food. Warehouses and transfer stations. These people are hungry even though we have food. And we're about to have a harvest. How are we doing on flax? Flax. We have 290. After this harvest, I think I'm going to switch over to oats to get some extra food. Because we are maxed out on linen. Should have plenty of flax. We definitely need to be gathering plants now that we have a bunch of laborers. And we should probably gather a bunch of wood as well. Make sure we're doing that. Yeah, go ahead and take these trees out around our buildings. That should keep them occupied. I'd like to go and grab some more rocks. I guess grabbing extra stone over here doesn't hurt. I'd like to grab this iron. We'll grab half of it. Do everything up. It is going to get into fall soon. Temperature's already at 64 degrees. Weather is bad. That is demolished though, so we can go ahead and get our mine. Should be in resources. Literally the only place it can go is right here. So we'll get that built, and then before these bandits invade us, nearly halfway to level 2. But before they invade us, we'll get one final tower down. Check on our plants, see how things are going. Go ahead and 5x speed it for a second while we get this built and all our laborers are busy. Barton the Hunter was struck by a meteorite and died. Nice. That's awesome. Just our luck. Just our luck. Shoes are running low, clothes are running low. About to use a bunch of our timber. Food's kind of running low, but we're about to have a harvest. Flax is already up to 533 and we're not even halfway through our harvest. Fuel's doing okay. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to switch over our flax farm to oats, get some extra food, because that's a little bit worrisome. Even though we have quite a bit of harvesting to do, never want to see it get that low. Back to making shoes. You are out of timber, but we are still catching up on all of our labor work. We'll just let it play out for a minute. Just let it go. We do have our first child reach the age of schooling, Luna. So our school is going to start filling up here rather quickly. 2 more births occurred last season. We're up to 22 children, which puts us at 70 total population. Make it 69 because Joyce, the quarry worker, slipped on a banana peel and died unfortunately. At least she was 47. I really don't know what old age is in this game to where people start going. We are done with tools, or we're full on tools, so we'll go ahead and get them off of that. Free up a worker, get some more of the laborers' jobs done. We need the timber pretty desperately. And then really it's just waiting until the bandit event, making sure we're prepared for it. What are we using for clothing right now? We're using leather, which we're getting from the buffalo pasture. So we're still not using any linen. 330 timber or 70 planks. The 2,000 would be nice, but we can't afford that. So we'll go ahead and reset the event and see what he comes with next. See if we can strike a deal. Boyd reached school age. Now I have 2 children in school. Our book that we started with gives us maximum warmth of plus 5%, so they won't get cold as fast. But again, we're gonna need to start thinking about paper if we're gonna use textbooks in our... Which textbooks are also new from the first time we played. So just a little explanation. Each school or any upgraded version of the school, boarding school, academy, can use paper and books, which is an old thing. But now also we can place textbooks, and we can have up to 2. And then if we get enrich courses upgrade for our school, we can also have a 3rd textbook, and then it gives them a chance to inherit that trait after they graduate school. That was pretty nice to have. Alright, we've used all our resources in order to get the mine. They're just finishing the construction of it. So let's go ahead and get an arrow tower right here, I'd say. And then we'll put somebody in that arrow tower once it's like a month away. We'll put 4 people in the quarry and in the mine, and that leaves us with 1 laborer already. And we don't even have anybody making linen or tools. And people are starting to die of old age. Juliana the builder, RIP Juliana, died of old age. So now we've had a total of 4 deaths. We're at 68. 6 kids in school though, which is good news. Hopefully they graduate soon. I feel like we should get some sort of warehouse here. Logistics, storage yard. We'll put it on the corner here. Get a quick 4x7. And that way these guys don't have to move all the way down. Granted, it's not that far, but just to kind of speed up production a little bit. Flax, before I can forget, let's change you to oats. Then they won't have to go as far. Quarry, I'm pretty sure their only exit for the quarry is right here, so they'll probably still go down here. But that'll help with the iron and stuff, and then anything we gather out here. I don't think I'm gonna put anything specific to be stored in here. Whereas like this one, we have strictly timber and food. Don't think I'm gonna worry about that for up here. We can just place anything up there. 75%, 78%. These storages are getting kind of full. This is only at 22, so we kind of do need that regardless. Next thing we want though is housing. We have 5 tech points. Housing is stone, iron, and timber. Go ahead and get some housing. Do we want to leave the gap? I don't think so. We'll get 4 more houses. The apartments are halfway full, but this should help with fertility. I don't believe that they'll have kids in an apartment. Housing will cause the loss of desire to procreate. Suitable for accommodating immigrants. So yeah, so they're less likely to procreate if they are living in the apartment. Also, if the housing is full, so like this has a full family in it, their children won't go out and be with somebody and procreate, I believe. So it is important to have freed up houses. We just spent some more money. I just noticed successfully paid all combatant salary because we didn't turn off that tower. But it's okay, I'm not worried about it. Let's make sure our laborers are staying busy. Let's continue picking up the readout here, as well as any other plants in the area. And while all that is being set up, let's go ahead and 10 times speed it, wait for these houses to get finished. The rest of our resources are doing okay. We are running low on timber, but we shouldn't be spending too much. The only thing we should be spending timber on, I believe, is the firewood, so the domestic fuel. Tool production is paused right now, so we won't be using timber for that. We are down to 0 timber. We got 6 people out of the apartments. 3 citizens still want new houses, but we're gonna hold off on that. Make sure we're still chopping down trees, especially the ones around our building. That's gonna be in the zone, but that's fine. Give that some time to catch up. Nine children in the school. Look how fast the trees are growing. Right before our eyes. We do have some buffalo over by the gatherer's hut, just wandering around. Food is running low, so I'm glad that we switched the flax over. I mean, we have nearly 1,400 flax saved up, so that should last us probably a year or two in production. Still have 356 linen, so no need to get more of that. 218 reed, we're keeping up with that. Buffalo seems to be providing leather, whether it's from hunting or our pasture. Also have some alpaca wool. We have a bunch of dung, so compost, fertilizer, we should probably start thinking about here soon. Water's fine. Medicinal powder, we still could use another worker. Fuel is getting used, but winter's almost over. Getting closer and closer to that bandit event. It's a little bit scary. Clothes is done for now. We'll go ahead and free you up so you can act as a laborer. Is there anywhere else that we want to put somebody? Or is there anything that we desperately need right now? Let's add somebody to medicinal powder for now. Because why not? We can afford it. And keep gathering plants. And timber, we're just gonna let our forester's hut go to work for a little bit. We're up to 109. Food is out. A little scary. A little bit scary. Bandit camp is a little over halfway to level 2. Question is, I'd like to wait for one more rush of immigrants or until our kiddos graduate school in order to start getting a barracks. Just don't think we have the people for it right now. I mean, we could take people off of the builder's hut, but I don't know. I mean, I don't mind taking people off the builder's hut, but we need 8 reservists in order to get a spearman formation anyway, so until we can get 8, it doesn't really matter. All it does is kind of speed up the process because we already have them as reservists, but I don't know if as reservists, if they act as laborers or not. So if they're just reservists and not doing anything instead of acting as a laborer, it's not really worth it. It would make sense for them to act as laborers, to be honest with you guys, but I'm just not sure. If some of you guys can let me know, I'd greatly appreciate it, but I'm just not sure. Not until I do some testing or look it up on my own time. But any help or advice y'all have is always greatly appreciated. So if somebody wants to look it up for me real quick, I'd be happy to know. Clothing and tools is full, which is interesting because it shouldn't be. Once we get under 100 of each, we'll go back to putting people in there. We're about 2 months away from our first bandit event. Are y'all excited? Are y'all scared? Are y'all nervous? I'm probably all of the above. Probably all of the above. Alright, medicinal powder should have a nice output now. Yeah, we're up to 118. That's perfect. Probably get that up to like 250 before we take another worker off. But let's make sure our laborers are staying busy. Keep gathering plants. We're on 10 times speed, so they're gathering the plants rather quickly. Oats are getting harvested. The peas still have a little bit. They're at 87% ripeness. What do we want to do next here? We might as well go ahead and get the school expansion now. We have plenty of tech points available just to get that out the way. Water's doing perfectly fine with the 2 people working at the big well. Stone is getting up there. So I might start thinking about cut stone. Barracks, we are going to need rope and planks. Bandit event has launched. Let's hurry up and get people in these towers. Take 2 workers off. Put people in these 3 north towers. Go ahead and 2 times speed it. Looks like there's 3 of them. Can we look at their perspective out of curiosity? And let's see. The enemy is on the march. Low-level enemies armed with spears. They will actively attack buildings other than arrow towers and retaliate when attacked by soldiers. They're on the march. Do we have anybody in this tower yet? Where's the worker? Why are you not in the tower? Why are none of you in the tower? It does say it's shooting though. Or no. Because the person's not in there. And they're not taking arrow fire. You're a miner. You're gonna destroy our mine, for sure. I don't know, like, what are you doing? You're gathering? Can you not gather? We're gonna lose our mine! I need you people in the towers. He's about to get there, but they're just out of range. You're gonna go to work. You're in the tower. Well, that's cool, you can see him. Alright. Well, we weren't as prepared as we thought we would be. Monthly salary is also 75, not 25. I wonder if that's because we have all 3 going. But as you can see, the arrows are shooting. We've taken out one of them. They might go straight to the town hall now and try and steal our gold. He's gonna hit our quarry. And we got him. First bandit raid complete. We lost our mine. Now we're gonna use a bunch of timber and stone again. But it wasn't as bad as it could be. Wasn't as bad as it could be. So I won't complain. We didn't lose any citizens. We destroyed the group of bandits. It worked out okay. Did a bunch of people just graduate? Why do we have 7 workers? Because nobody's in the mine. Duh. Oh man. Alrighty. We're gonna put 4 people back in there, which means we have 3 extra people. You could make rope for us so we can get ready for the barracks. Should we just do it? Should we just get the barracks going for now? I feel like that really wasn't bad. But in terms of like decent stuff, kind of hard to know where they're coming from and be prepared for that. So for we're gonna need the barrack and the spear camp. So we're gonna need to start getting planks here, rope, and cut stone. Can we afford to take her off? We can afford to put another person in here. Try and boost up shoe production real quick. And then once we get enough shoes built up, let's go ahead and max it out at 150 for now. Make sure we're still gathering a bunch of reed because we're about to use quite a bit of it. Gather other plants as well to keep up with food. That was annoying that they were stuck on gathering. I wonder, is there like, what are you doing right now? You are planting trees. Like, I don't think there's a way to cancel their current action. If there was, that'd be super helpful. But I don't believe that there is. So if they start an action, they have to finish it before moving on to the next action, which is what screwed us there. Also, the 10 times speed, I get focused on other things and forgot to put somebody in there. I said I was going to put somebody in a month before. I didn't put somebody in until after the event had already launched. I get distracted too easily. We have another 7 years before the next attack, so about as long as we've played. So we got a good while to prepare for it. No wild beast events on the timeline yet. Another set of immigrants would be nice, but no need to rush it. No need to rush it. Get our shoes built up. We can probably put somebody back in the smithy. We're running a little bit low on tools. Again, just kind of letting our resources build up. We should have plenty of food from the 2 farms that we were able to harvest. I think the next thing we're going to want is the cut stone. We're not going to build that quite yet. We could. We'll get it going. If anything, we'll just build it for now. You can go on the backside. They are storing stone back here, which is good. That means they can pull right from here. Just go across the little gap right here, pick up the stone, then replace the cut stone. And honestly, we can go ahead and start getting iron tools because we have iron production. That'll be good. That should increase our health. Tools, yes. Tools affect health. We need some type of bag or basket. Processing, logistics. But that's something else we need reed for, and another thing we can make here at the knitting workshop. So we might have to get a couple knitting workshops here soon. We need rope. We're gonna need baskets soon. We need shoes. We don't need clothes yet, but we are about to be out of workers. Personally, I think stone is doing fine, so let's pull somebody off of that. Granted, we're about to be using stone to make our cut stone, but while we have a decent amount stored up, go ahead and micromanage a bit. We do have another tech point. That's perfect. And we have a great harvest coming up. Output of farmland and orchards increases by 30%. You don't have any. What is this? Promotion materials can be used for scenic area promotion. I wonder if that has to do with like the tourism. I've never seen that before. But we're just gonna focus on cut stone for now. We have one person in there, that's perfect. We'll see how quickly our stone diminishes. And then once we get some cut stone going, we'll get cut stone roads. So we'll go ahead and just skip dirt and stone. Dirt is an increase by 25% movement speed. Stone is 50. Cut stone is 75. That'll give a nice boost. We do want to pay attention to where a lot of our citizens are moving through. But like right here would be a good area for a road. Probably alongside here or here. Looks like they're going up and down the line of houses quite a bit, so we'll get some there. And of course, you guys are my eyes and ears as well. So if you guys are noticing good areas to place buildings, good areas to place roads, if you feel like production is not up to par or is as efficient as possible and you think I should move things around, let me know. And I will do my best to make the changes. Because we're all about efficiency this run. Last run we weren't. We didn't really understand the importance of efficiency. This time we do. And I think we're doing pretty well. Last time we had people freezing to death. We had them starving to death. And now people are slipping on banana peels. Or getting hit by meteorites. Crazy stuff. But out of our control. The beast events, I'll cut myself some slack. They're new. I'm still getting used to them, so I won't claim to be an expert. You know what I mean? But any tips or pointers, always appreciated. Starting on year 9, we have 15 kiddos in school. Maybe it starts with 15 and the upgrade gets us to 20. We now have 18 kiddos in school, 19, and 20. And we already got school expansion, so it must start with 15 and go up to 20. I thought it started with 20 and went up to 25. So we need to think about another school. Should be in services. We'll place a school here. Again, we want them close to the houses because that's where the kids will be traveling to and from. And that's going to be our last labor. Make sure we keep gathering plants. Wood is still not doing the hottest. We have another merchant coming in. Always a good influx of trees around the forester's hut zone. Don't really know why that's the case, but we'll take it. All of the ones within our buildings. That should give us a decent amount of wood. They want feathers and venison. If we had 770 feathers, I would definitely do that. Another reason to potentially get the geese going, because we do have them discovered. Go ahead and dismiss that though. Just to double check, we do not have geese in this run. I swore that we did. We have buffalo and cattle. I swear we had geese. Weird. Alright, school is almost finished. And then our builders should be helping gather everything. We're gonna have to take... How are we doing here? Still would like them there. Food is gone. That's not good. Food is gone. And we need clothing. Where do we want to replace somebody? We don't need all this iron. Get somebody back in clothing. Food, food, food. What do we want to do about food? We could get an apiary. We need clay. We just go with another farm? What trees do we have for the orchard? Just coffee seeds. I think we have to go with another farm here. Do another 8x10, and then eventually we'll probably put our compost plant here. Move this arrow tower up. Might even put the compost building up a little more, and then surround all this with farms and push our pastures out this way with mills. I believe like windmills, not windmills, but mills for grain, I think, flour, are what gives us a boost to our pastures. The tailors in town sorted out the leftover scraps and some old clothes that could no longer be worn in the store. Although they could not be made into decent clothes, tailors could still reuse these materials to make simple clothes or backpacks that can be put into use. We'll definitely take backpacks, 300, that is going to help boost our happiness. No, our health. Shoes are happiness, backpacks are health. And since we seem to be a little ways away from getting baskets, we'll definitely take the boost. You have ankle sprain. The stone cutter is infected with tracheitis. So does that mean we need to... Alright, let's get... Andrew, where do you live? Right there? Let's get Andrew off. Put Andrew in here. You can become a hunter. And then we'll pay attention to this to see if that is causing... the tracheitis. Because the only thing I've seen cause tracheitis is working at the smithy so far. We also need a farmer here. It'd be nice if we could get 2. Only having 2 builders definitely has to be something that's temporary. We have 21 kids in school. Hopefully some are about to graduate because we desperately need the workers. Desperately. Food is low once again. So all of our remaining 2 builders or people who are not working can go ahead and gather plants. Keep up with our read. I don't know because I believe it takes longer to grow and harvest peas if we'll get a harvest from this or not. Scarecrows. Scarecrows and iron tools increase work efficiency and then output. That harvest might save our lives, honestly. A great harvest. Not gonna help us with this year, but the year after it will. But yeah, we definitely need these kiddos to graduate so that we have more builders and stuff. We honestly just need more workers in basically every area. 10 citizens want new homes. Not really our priority right now. But we do need as many citizens as we can get, and if this is gonna help with procreation, I think it's worth it. I mean, we got a decent amount of materials. Honestly, probably don't even need that many people on stone and iron right now anyways. How? Because you were a hunter, maybe? That's why it has an output of turkey? That's odd. 85% full, 96 on our main one. Because of all our food is going, this one's basically empty. We have 21 cut stone. Let's sit here for a minute, kind of watch our citizens, where they're going a lot. Granted, we do have people in the buildings, or building these houses, so there's going to be a little more traffic. Ripeness is only at 20% versus 56 over here. I don't know if we'll be able to get a harvest in time for that one. We might have built that field too late. Okay, if anything, I feel like there is a bunch of traffic in this area. Only building 15 at a time, I feel like, isn't really doing much. But since these places are further and going through the mine, we actually did not line that up right. We can't build right there. That's fine. That's fine. We'll move stuff around later if we want. But we'll get this road here just to give a small boost, because we are going to have resources over here, and these guys have quite a far ways to go in order to be home. One citizen is starving. It's not good. We're still gathering plants though. We have a new tech point. Person still has tracheitis. Need to be healed, my guy. Induced by air pollution. 2 people are injured. 10 citizens still want new houses, but we only have 6 people in the apartments for now, which is good. An 11-year-old is living with a 43-year-old. I hope he's a widow or something, because if not, that'd be weird. That'd be weird. We don't approve of that in this colony. 2 people are starving. We did lose somebody. Was that a while ago? Did we know that happened? Was that Juliana? She the last person that went? We can't even see. We need people to graduate. Oh, it was Kevin. Kevin just passed away from hunger. And he was our doctor. Where can we afford to remove people? Stone, I guess? We definitely need a doctor. That's not good. Our first person died from starvation. Oh no! I'm having PTSD from our last run. Now 2 people have tracheitis? It's gotta be the... Yeah. It's gotta be working at the cut stone. That doesn't even make sense. They're just cutting stone. We'll go ahead and pause that for now then. We'll pause that. Trying to get them better. Took people out of the quarry. I think that's fine. Probably don't need this many people in the mine either. 65%. Please. Yeah, just harvest. Harvest right now. So we want to make sure we at least get something out of that crop before it dies from the cold weather. It's already 52 degrees. I don't know at what point or at what temperature the crops just disappear, but it is definitely going down. We've only lost Kevin to hunger so far. So if we can stabilize after Kevin, we're okay. We're okay. Just need to stabilize. Ugh. Oh man, what an episode. Starvation, bandits. Other than that, I think we're holding ourselves together. We're up to 72 population. Everything else is doing okay. We faltered on the food a bit, but everything else we've kept up with. We're even starting to upgrade our tools. Health is nearly, we're at greater than 80%. Almost at 100. So we're even, we have a bonus. Stamina consumption minus 10%. That should be because of our iron tools. Should push us over the edge. Plus with a doctor using the medicinal powder. Be nice to get ceremonial bread, but we're still quite a ways away from that. We just lost somebody else. We lost a miner, Helen, in the state of hunger, and she had an ankle sprain. Died of hunger. That's 2 people. That's 2 people. We are getting somewhat of a harvest from here. I think we need more food. I don't even know if this crop's gonna be enough. We're about to hit the point of freezing temperatures. It had to be taking in those 11 citizens, those immigrants. That really changed our pacing and how we consume food. Yeah, that changed a lot. That really picked up the pace of our consumption. As you can see, tracheitis takes apparently a long time to recover from. That's a little ridiculous. Medicinal powder is at 350. I think we can take somebody out of there because I think having a laborer just to gather like extra food and stuff is going to be important right now. Don't think we're gonna worry about the reed. We're not gonna grab like all the plants off the coast because that's a majority of what that is. But rather just try and focus on food. After our harvest, we're at 372 and have to make through another winter and then another sowing season. I'm a little nervous. Are y'all nervous? Because I'm nervous. We just lost 2 people to old age as well. Our quarry worker got replaced. Our farmer did not. Iron is doing perfectly fine. In fact, we could probably get away with 1 person in there. We'll put somebody else on builder. Don't even know if we really need the stone as much right now. We're just not building anything. I mean, more housing. Okay. I can get behind that. But other than that, you don't really need to build anything else. We'll just start off with 2 more houses. Let those get built. I think the next area, we might link up our roads here, but we're not making any cut stone at the moment. We could just do regular stone roads, to be honest. We have plenty of it. So let's just connect this road. Go down here with it. Start getting some roads built. Allowing our people to move a little faster. Not that I necessarily think that's a problem. But Luna, our first kiddo that went to school at the beginning of this episode, has finally graduated. Our kids are starting to graduate. That's awesome. Much needed. Most of our kids are in school though, so once these kids graduate, gonna have to wait to procreate again. Which is another reason why we're continuing to build houses. We only have 3 people left in the apartments. Fuel is doing fine. Tools is good. Clothing okay. Shoes. We have 350. Oh, that's because it's also including backpacks. That makes sense. That makes sense. We were just at like 120 timber. Already running low on that again. Stone roads are getting built. I think it's important that we have roads up to our houses because I think making sure that they can get to the houses quickly in the winter is important. So maybe having stone roads along all the houses first. What we should be doing. We just lost a gather. In the state of coldness, fractures. So it's all our injured people. Wow, what an episode. What an episode, y'all. We had our first people die of hunger. We had our first people freeze to death. We had our first bandit raid. We're starving. Somehow food got stocked up pretty well. We're at 536. We're gonna have a harvest soon. We have an event coming up with immigrants and another wild beast. Wild beasts, we're gonna have to start once these kids graduate. I think next step is getting the barracks up and going. We need to make sure we can protect our citizens. Because if this guy comes from the same spot, I don't think we can protect the apartments. Which apartments, again, not a big deal. Just a bit of a nuisance. So we're gonna have to game plan for that. Hopefully I won't get distracted again and can have my arrow towers ready. We might just fill all of them and take the hit. 25 times 6. So we'll spend about 150 a month, which we can afford. I believe each reservist is 200 and we need 8 of them. So we're gonna use up probably about 2,000 silver here pretty shortly. So we'll have to start thinking about trade soon, things of that nature. We just need workers. We need to sustain the basics. Can't get ahead of ourselves. Maybe we got a little over eager with the cut stone. Don't think it was really necessary, but we do need it to build the barracks. Also need to start getting some rope. The next episode, slow things down a bit. We've kind of witnessed the events here. We kind of know what to expect now. We have another tame beast that we can prepare for. More immigrants, so we're going to need to start thinking about more food. So we got a game plan. But without further ado, I appreciate, as always, for you all stopping by. And I hope to see y'all next time. Until then, peace out, y'all.